Welcome to the Night Moves podcast.
Welcome to the program, bro.
We are fucking back as hell.
We are back.
After a week off.
I'm back. Sans COVID-19. I'm without it. Tested negative today.
Thank God.
First day I tested negative. Yesterday I tested positive. And I knew it. I fucking knew it, dude. But I had like 6 Savinattis yesterday. That's a Sierra Nevada for the dickhead out there. Real quick, before we go any farther, number one, thanks for tuning into the program. Without people like you out there,
into the program.
Without viewers like you.
Without viewers like you, this couldn't happen.
It's very important that you tune into the program.
Please rate, review, subscribe.
All of those things are extremely important on every single platform. Get on YouTube. Suck our dicks. Go on Apple Podcasts. Suck our dicks a little bit.
Yeah.
Spotify. Pretty important that you suck our dicks just a tiny bit.
Suck our dicks, lick our butts.
No one's really gotten sucked here in a while.
Dude, you ain't fucking kidding around.
It's been a while.
Yeah. If you could just suck us off a little bit in any of those places.
Not even a completion.
No,
just like a little
taste.
Like I said, suck it off up. Just give it a little suck off on, like I said, YouTube, Spotify,
I actually hate
Apple.
that. I hate the little that shit. No.
And if you want to complete us a little bit, spend $2 a month and go on the Patreon. That's a big deal for us. That's a big deal. And at 100 Patreon members, Lou's going to show his butthole. It's very important.
Mickey's Black Box is Friday. This will come out Thursday.
This will definitely come out
before.
Yeah,
so
as long as nothing really bad happens this episode.
What's going to happen?
I don't know.
But that voice, that you guys know him. It's a repeat. That's a repeat guest.
We got Alex Grubard back, but we got him on video this time.
Hello. Yeah, my first time on video on the old Night Moves podcast.
Also, because the last time you refused.
Yeah, I refused.
You had the camera.
You guys wanted me to show my butthole. I was like, "What do you got? Don't even have 100 pages."
You're like, I don't have one.
Yeah, right. I don't have a butthole.
My butthole doesn't get up for anything less than 50 pages.
Man, where is this world heading?
Oh man, nobody knows.
To hell. And you know what it's in? Fucking handbasket, dude.
Handbag.
Small hand basket.
Is that a thing? Hell in a handbag?
I thought it was always hell in a handbag.
Hell in a handbasket.
It's
hell in a handbasket.
I think
What kind of bougie, privileged life have you been living?
a basket's way more fucking elaborate than a bag.
How many people do you know carrying around a basket, brother?
A grocery bag could
Going to hell in a
be.
handbag. Handbag implies that it's a purse.
It could
Going
be
to hell in a Hermes, bitch.
Yeah.
It could be a bag held. It's a bag held by a hand.
We're going
That's
to
the
hell
only
in a
requirement.
Birkin bag. I'll tell you what.
And as far as I'm concerned, a handbag.
But a grocery bag, like you said,
You can't go to
call
hell in it.
A grocery bag.
Yeah, but I would love to go to hell carrying a big, heavy grocery bag.
Full of what?
You know when you hold the grocery bag, like when you're a kid, you hold the grocery bag and you let your bicep pop out. You're like, yeah, I'm the strongest fucking boy on the block. This is the bag with all the meat in it.
Yeah. Or the milk.
So they used to double bag. They don't
Heavy,
double bag
baby.
anymore. You need to bring your own.
You gotta bring your
They
own.
didn't even bring your. They used to. They wouldn't even ask you. They would just give you a paper bag and then put a plastic bag over top of it. That's what these Gen Zers don't know.
No,
They don't know. They don't know the excesses of the '90s that we got to experience.
Yeah, we got all the plastic shit, and then we started killing all those fucking ducks, I guess, and they got pissed.
Turtles and stuff.
Yeah, the ducks and the turtles are pissed at us.
They really ruined
They
it.
hate it.
All those fucking sweet little animals really fucking really bummed us out. Really pulled the rug underneath American excess.
And you know what it was too? We would never have had to know that.
Oh, yeah.
We
you don't
didn't know
see-
we were killing these things.
Yeah, we don't talk to the turtles. I'm not
we
seeing
don't
them
see
at the bus
it.
stop.
Have you ever seen a turtle that you didn't have to pay to see?
Probably not out in the wild.
I've never fucking seen a turtle. In fact, you could tell me that
Let me
they
tell
don't
you how
exist.
exciting it is to see a turtle in real life.
Oh,
It
in the
is
wild
nice.
turtle?
Yeah. Seeing one across the street, you stop your car. You're like, I gotta.
Well, you
help
have
this-
to because it
I gotta
takes
help
so
this young
long
man.
for it to get across.
No, exactly. You got to get out. You got to get that.
help that
Do you not
guy.
know that's a thing?
What? No, I know. Turtle crossing. Yeah.
You got to get out of the car. You got to help that motherfucker across the street.
I know, dude. And he is a motherfucker, isn't he?
He's fucking your mom. He's
Dude,
fucking your mom.
Man, imagine you come home, your mom's in bed with a turtle.
Underneath the turtle.
And he's
taking deep thrusts.
And you're like, you don't see his head at first. You're like, oh, nothing's happening here. And then he pops out.
And he's looking back at you.
Damn, dude, that's more like a hortus. Am I right?
Yeah, I know.
Does the dick go in the shell too? Is it just
you could probably
the head
end
and the
up-
limbs?
In a way, you could fuck this shit.
Do you think God ever thought about that? He saw a turtle. And then when he realized he didn't have a slot for the penis, he was like, the penis should have came
know,
out of the
what
shell
the-
too.
Oh, I know.
Damn, I covered up his penis.
Now I got to cut
I mean,
a hole in
the
every
penis
turtle.
is part of the shell.
God damn it, I covered up his penis with that shell. He's probably pissed.
That's turtle. That's why turtles were the first animals God created.
He
Where he was
fucked
like,
up.
I can't. I'm not doing this again.
Yeah. Well, because he had good intentions because he's like, I made the penis, which is important. I must cover it
You
with
think
a
God's
shell.
mad that we made pants? He's gonna craft all
yeah,
of
to
our,
let that
all of our
hammer
sweet-
swing, baby.
He's he's up there.
No.
He's like, why are you covering up my art?
I think he knows that we get cold and stuff, and societal rules.
I mean, I just can't believe that. I can't believe you made like some people have big dicks and some people with not. That's just fucked up.
I've heard a bit about this.
That's mine.
I feel like I've heard a bit.
But I do.
I was waiting for some. All of us were looking at each other, being like, "Is he really going to do it? Is he gonna
I'm
do
not
it?"
going to do the bit. But you know what? It's a bit that I believe it or
It is
not,
true.
I
It
do
is true.
believe in
It's
it.
true. It's true.
It angers me. Like, it's just.
You know what, guys? Round of applause for Tyler.
I hate your guts.
No,
man.
I mean this in the best way because you weren't sure about it, but we're on board with it.
No, I know.
We were
and
on
the
board
thing
with you
is,
doing
it's
the
like
bit.
I don't want. I'm not going to do the bit, but I'm going to talk about the fact that
The premise.
it does suck that there's this fucked up like. We should. I don't know. It sucks,
It's hard
man.
for us to tell too as human beings because the spectrum of penis sizes is so vast.
Even
right?
in this room.
But like when we see animals, all animal dicks look like animal dicks does.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah, I
look
guess that's
any
true.
bigger
Yeah.
or smaller.
And
I'm actually okay with it.
yeah, see,
I'm
that's
like the most okay with it. I'm totally fine with it.
I know because you
really
have
chill.
you got a big bird
Honestly,
on you.
could not care less.
I know. Congratulations, Lou. We're all very happy for you. But
man.
do you ever think like? Do you think if you can, if we all took our birds out and you couldn't see our faces, do you think you could pick your bird out? And like, how many?
He's the only one
In a
that's
lineup?
uncut.
Right.
So
All right. So
we have
that's
a
about
Jewish
it.
guy here. So I'm
yeah.
pretty sure his is
I mean, he's
cut.
extra cut.
right,
I'm cut.
exactly.
But
Extra cut.
extra-
I'm extra cut, dude.
you're
I went.
extra?
They got more off. They're like,
Oh,
they
man.
sent me back.
Damn, they skinned you
Your penis is
alive.
so small.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know. Let's make this one like more of a sports edition.
What kind of trim we want to put on this bad boy?
Yeah, let's
This
get
cock's
this one.
got 2 doors.
Yeah, this is a travel size. How many dicks? And we'll move on from the dicks, but how many dicks in a lineup? The max amount of dicks before you would lose track and not be able to pick your own out.
I think I'd be able to get mine almost every time.
So if there was 10,000 dicks, 20,000. Like, what's the highest
That's a
number?
really good question.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Well, I also have.
I don't
like
think it has to be that high.
I don't think it has to be that high.
I think I could go like what?
There's a lot of different shades of dicks, though.
That's true. Shades. But, it's like, you gotta, how deep are you looking? Am I looking for the
Do you know when
spots?
you- wait, do you know when you're making a-
You are looking for the spots. You're like,
yeah.
Oh, you know what? This is. I feel like
You
this is a
smell
good
it?
example.
By smell. How many by smell?
yeah,
Just smell.
just smell.
Just
I mean,
smell.
yeah.
Do you know when you're making a character in a video game, right?
Yeah.
It starts off with you create a character, and then you see a guy, you see a face, you're like, I like this guy, but I'm going to keep looking. And you go through all the other options. And
Right.
You're like, I'm going to go back to that original one, and then you're like, wait, was this the one?
Exactly what I'm talking about.
That's so. I think
That's what
this
I'm
is a
talking
lot
about.
harder than you
That
think.
makes sense.
Because
Yeah,
it by number, the dicks would start to all start looking somewhat similar.
It all start to turn into one.
And it would start to play mind games with you.
yeah.
I do think it would.
My dick's always playing mind games with me.
Yeah, I gotta. This dick of mine is.
I know we're at an Arby's, but maybe you should go jack off.
No,
maybe you should-
also, you gotta keep in mind you've never seen your dick from the bottom up, so
You don't know that.
I mean, sure, true.
It'll be hard. Certainly not
You
every
don't know
day.
that.
Not live. You would see it. You
I've
could see it
stood
in a
underneath a mirror.
Yeah, or you take a photo.
Yeah. Ooh,
I think
photos.
200 dicks would be the max I would be able to be like, I could find mine. But any more than 200, I'd lose my way.
Tyler's just dropping
you count, you're like 200. I no longer know which one my dick is. I've just seen 201 penises.
I bet you could pick
I
it
got
out.
a bulletin board full of like strings on like I'm like I know it's mine
there's
used to look like
there's
that.
There's a lot of
one.
shame associated with your penis. You feel
that's
a great
unfair.
amount of shame.
I think you'd be able to pick it out. It's the only one that's hard.
That's true. Yeah, it's the only one in my hand. Man, because I'd be masturbating, seeing all those penises.
Right, exactly. 200 dicks. Get some more dicks out here. You know.
Imagine that fucking Craigslist ad. I'm trying to settle a bet with my boys. I need 200 of the freshest, most diverse dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you think you got a weird dick, send it my way.
Yeah.
I'd love to take a look.
Yeah.
Speaking about dicks,
unpaid, but you'll give you lunch.
have you guys seen any of the P Diddy stuff?
Oh, I mean, I've
not
heard
really.
about it.
I've heard
A little
about it. I've heard about the P Diddy stuff.
There's no. You don't mean like
Are
there's
you
photos.
Are you talking about Puff Daddy?
Puff Daddy.
Okay, yeah.
Sean Combs.
Sean Combs.
You know that's why he changed his names because now he's technically not. He's not on the hook for crimes committed as Puff Daddy.
Yeah, that's
P Diddy is exonerated. He changed his name. No, that's not true. You can't get away with crimes.
He loves jacking off other guys and stuff.
Is that true? Well, I don't know. I
That's
mean,
what
it's
allegedly.
hearsay.
Allegedly.
that was. I saw that whole like Meek Mill's thing. I mean,
I don't know anything about that. I heard that Meek Mill's and P Diddy had some kind of connection, but I don't know any of the details.
So basically, like there was like a streamer that like found these documents, and there's like a footnote. It's like redacted name, and then the footnote is like, "This is a famous rapper from Philadelphia,
Yeah.
dated Nicki Minaj."
I just listened to a
starts with
podcast
M,
about
and his
it.
last name
and
also starts with M.
It's
Like,
pretty
basically,
crazy the
yeah.
footnotes they put in this legal proceeding
Yeah.
to block out somebody's name and be like, so and so fucking had sex with P Diddy, and then footnote rhymes with Rusher.
Yeah. Fuck. So wait, is that what they claim that Meek Mill and P Diddy had sex?
Yeah, like in that kind of Illuminati way of like,
doesn't-
you want in the club, you gotta fucking, you
Yeah.
gotta Puff Daddy. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I don't really think it was like Meek Mill wanted to have sex with Puff Daddy. I think it's more so
He's
Had
denying
to.
it. I
had
mean,
to
he
kiss the
denied the
ring.
shit out of it.
That goes to
kiss
it begs
the
the
ring.
question. Then you get an invite to the Illuminati, but you have to fuck Jerry Seinfeld. Let's go around the room. Who's
that's why I don't really admire any successful comedian, because I know that they had to kiss the ring, Seinfeld's butthole. Got to give his sweet little butthole a kiss.
you gotta kiss Bert Kreischer's asshole.
I would bone Jerry Seinfeld.
No, it's Bert Kreischer's butthole. Would you?
Bert Kreischer, no, but Jerry Seinfeld, how powerful that man.
He absolutely, Jerry Seinfeld is not trying to
I
fuck
would-
you because you're not 16 years old.
Yes, there we go. We're back.
I would nickname my penis airline food, and then tell him what was up with it, or what the deal is with it, because I'd fuck him with my penis.
Have the peanut, buddy.
Is there any other way to fuck Jerry Seinfeld?
You
but
go to
with
you,
your
you
own
go over to
penis?
his house. It's just the music, the Seinfeld music playing the whole time. Do-do-do-do. I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. Does anybody do it?
I leave Seinfeld on for
No, that's
my dog.
what is that? That's fucking Ferris Bueller.
Boom, boom, boom. I leave Seinfeld on for Dave when I leave the house, and I never watched Seinfeld before. I
Okay.
never, like, as a kid, I didn't watch
Why'd
it.
you
My
choose
parents
this?
didn't watch it because it's just like a dumb, easy thing to put on. There's like a million seasons, and it does not. It's so bizarre. The music is so bizarre.
Well,
The
that,
bass line is.
yeah, the bass line.
It's like dissonant and like
There's a whole documentary on the guy who did it,
the
Oh,
and
really? The bass line?
or the guy who made the
music
show
for it?
music. Yeah.
the show's a little bit darker than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, they
There's
killed
some
people
dark
off.
jokes on it.
There's a lot of this, this
Yeah, I guess
person
so.
died, and
I'm not a big Seinfeld head. There's people that there's people like my
What do you want to know?
our
I'll tell
par-
you all of it.
Well, our parents' generation. I know a couple people that feel about Seinfeld the way like there are people that feel about like Disney World, like
Yeah.
like the Disney universe.
That's how Jerry Seinfeld feels about Israel. He's been in Israel this whole time. No, that's not.
Is that true?
It's not a lie. He like went to Israel after October 7th.
Oh, I did see him.
There's a picture of
There.
him, Michael Rappaport, and
yeah.
somebody else.
Michael Rappaport went too.
Dude, Michael Rappaport is
loves Israel.
He is crazy right now.
Is he a Jewish guy?
Yeah, I guess so. But he is just crazy.
He is a
crazy.
wild dude.
Yeah, he's weird in general.
Didn't he get into a fight with the Barstool people?
Probably.
Is this the same one?
Dude, people do not like. Did you see
He's
the
the
Healy and
worst.
Portland thing? They had to like. That people were like boycotting his shows
Because of comments that he made
about Israel or something. Yeah, so it's like yeah, they were like, I think somebody threw a chair through the window, something like that. Like it was like there was vandalism
during the show.
yeah.
They're like, I'm so mad. I'm gonna fucking.
I feel like before there was like an Ian Fidance or like a comedian that was like into punk or anything like that. It would always be like, I remember as a young punk, you would have like Michael Rappaport on TV or like doing an interview for somebody to be like, yeah, I saw the Cro-Mags back in 1989. It was a crazy show. And like, he'd always be the guy to like name drop bands. And you're like, oh, that guy's cool. And then you grow up and you're like, this guy's the biggest fucking loser of all time.
Yeah.
He's
I
like,
cannot think of a bigger loser.
It's like, I don't like. I mean, the white dudes over the age of like.
Any guy with that New York voice can
Any
drown.
white dudes over the age of like fucking. I don't think any age is appropriate, but let's say 18 can't wear like flat brim hats.
I don't know if he's still
Like
he has flat brim hat energy though.
he's got
Yeah.
he's got flat brim, too big of a t-shirt, jeans that are baggy,
yeah.
white shoes that aren't
Maybe.
like, that are like a little like they. That's how,
You're
Michael
painting
Rappaport
Jamie
is?
Kennedy right now.
Michael Rappaport's like the dude who like talks like
He does. He
Yeah,
does
he's got
talk like
that-
that.
that
He's
voice.
he's like the bodega guy.
yeah. I don't fucking like that guy.
Yeah.
I don't care who hears it.
Yo, let me get a chopped cheese.
That's pretty
It's like
good.
that guy.
It's pretty
pretty good
you
impression.
know?
I'm trying out for the first time.
Alex
Doing a
Grubard,
test
what's
drive.
been new with you since the last time you've been on the fucking program?
I don't know, doing some drinking.
You
out
guys
there
were
in the
boozing
world.
last night. I
We
hear.
totally did.
Do you have
I
any
know.
fun stories?
From last night? I think we forgot some
Losing.
stuff.
Are you hurting today?
Brother, let me tell you, last night I straddled a bolt of lightning and just said yeehaw.
All right, fair. Did it buck you?
I fucking ripped it across the
It didn't
sky.
buck you then.
Dude,
No.
he was these boys like so. Lou calls me. I'm at the gym at like fucking 1 p.m.
Today.
1 p.m. Yes, and he goes, "Hey, got an odd request for you," which is always a fun phone call from Lou. And I go, "Sure." I just assumed he wanted to sleep over or something, and he goes, "Me and Grubard went after it pretty hard last night." And he said it with such defeat in his voice that I was like, "Yes, you did. I don't even need to ask any more
It was
questions."
the first phone call I made when I woke up.
Yeah.
Like, it
And he
wasn't
went-
even...
Grubard wants to know if he could take a nap at your house when we get there. If we get there a little early, I'm like, Grubard can move into my house if he wants. I love him. He does not matter to me. And then it's like 4:00 and they're still not here. And I call Lil. I'm like, "Are you boys okay?"
Yeah, right.
I was
So
expecting
you still
us-
need the nap.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty wrecked. I'm like, But I mean, I'll be all right. But I keep coming in and out of it, I feel like. I mean,
I see you doing the thing where you're fighting the yawn. You're doing.
I've been doing that, like, I think 3 times since we started this
Yeah,
pod,
yeah.
Yeah, because I keep,
Just
like,
fucking fire
eating the yawn,
just fire it away.
oh,
These,
chomp it down.
don't. We're not here to yawn shame you. Fire that thing. It is funny if you're at like, asking for nap permission level hungover.
I don't know. I feel like I was like, I might need a nap, and Lou's like, I'll make a call. That's really
I
basically
know
what
a
happened.
guy.
I know what happened. Yeah,
I know a
exactly.
nap guy.
I wasn't like, oh, I have to nap at Sean's, But no, Lou was just looking out.
Got real mafia. Like, hey, I got a buddy who needs to go to sleep.
You try not to.
Yo, I got a real sleepy boy.
Sean's
on my
like,
hands
Sean's
right
like,
now.
not on the phone, not on the phone.
Yeah. Off the phone. The recording.
Yeah,
Did you
come
hear a
on.
click?
Yeah, they're listening to
Is
us.
this line clean? I got a question for you.
You know, you got to have the phrase that, to.
That's most of the. But that was the extent of Michael Rappaport's street career.
Yeah.
Yo, I got a boy who's really sleepy.
You'd be like, yo, I got a guy that needs cocaine. You're like, all right. that means that he needs a bed to sleep in.
Yeah.
That's how you know Lou's grown up. He used to call guys looking for a cocaine. Now he's looking for a bed for his
Just
buddies
a
to take
fucking
a nap on.
Yes.
Congratulations, Lou.
You guys got a cot hookup somewhere?
Yeah, right.
Dude, Lou, so they show up.
I got a guy. I'll call him at 4 a.m. He'll meet me anywhere with a bed.
It's just a dude showing up with it's a balding guy with a ponytail that shows up with a cot.
Yeah. He's just got a van.
Heard you're sleepy, pal.
Yeah. Come over here. He rubs you.
That rubs your back to sleep. We'll get you
It's
down.
okay, bud.
That is kind of like amps your night up in a totally different way. When like you're going out and like you don't think you're gonna get a bed, like you think you're gonna
my
get
God.
like a couch,
Dude.
and then someone's like, it's literally the same
Oh,
energy as
yeah.
someone's like, yo, I just got coke. It's just like, yo, I just got you a bed. You're like, fuck all the way.
That's
off.
why I
Let's
stopped-
leave now.
That's why I stopped like hanging out in like Philly and like New York as much, is because I would whenever I'd go down, like I'd come stay with you. I'd get real drunk. When I went to New York, I'd stay with Eli Uden, and we get fucking hammered.
Name dropper.
And then I get older. I think the last time I stayed in New York, I woke up. It was like 90 degrees. There's no air conditioning.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
stuck to a leather couch that he found on the street. I'm like,
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, this is
the last
definitely
time.
like making bacteria grow somewhere on my body.
Yeah, I had one of those days
But-
where I woke up on the floor. You know,
And did you start there?
I started there, but
Okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
good.
It was, there was just like nowhere else to go. Really,
That's
I mean.
a bad day is when you wake up on the floor if you start on the couch.
Right.
A worse day is when you wake up in a bed and you started on the floor.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever like done that
that,
where you're like,
yes.
how did I end up in
Somebody
this
moved you?
bed? Yeah, because you either did it or somebody did it.
or you
Either
fall
way, it's
asleep
bad.
one place and wake up in another place.
Yeah, not good. But I was thinking that would be a sick ass Shark Tank idea if we made an app that just you could just show up with a bed if you're really tired.
I'm surprised there aren't
There is
businesses
an app.
that are
There is
like,
an app for that.
you know.
What's it called?
There is a nap for that.
Napster.
Yeah.
Look at the camera. Look at it.
Yeah, we're trying our best here this episode.
Yep.
Well, Sean,
Yep.
you're back on the sauce, I see.
Yeah, I'm back on the sauce a little bit.
You're taking a break.
I haven't. I didn't drink for like 3 months. And
Oh, wow.
then we went to.
Got all high and mighty about it too. No,
Yeah, I
I'm
was
kidding.
3 months over New Year's too.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't.
I didn't do Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's.
Wow.
The hardest months, I'd say.
Yeah.
And then, then we did Tyler's show at Arts Quest. And the dogs were out.
We got
the
fucking-
moon was full. The dogs were.
Did you
were
guys see the
barking
video I
and-
sent?
It looks great. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
No, it doesn't look great. But the video from the after party.
Oh yes. He sent it to the group chat.
You dancing,
Lou got blackout drunk.
dude? You are in the video. You are not there.
Oh, that rule.
Yeah, there
you could tell.
You have shark eyes in this video. You have shark eyes, dude.
Doll's eyes.
There's
yeah.
nothing behind those beautiful brown eyes, dude.
You and the thing is the way the video is, you see a lot of you see like close of your eyes, and it's like, bro, there's just nothing firing behind that. He is just
Jesus took the wheel a while ago.
I guess because we're not putting out last week's episode, we can kind of go over this again. You were like, because I thought I was going to be the one with the bad night because it was my first night
Yeah.
out in a long time, and I got appropriately drunk.
Uh-huh.
This boy, also newly single, hasn't
Yeah.
gone out with the boys in a while,
And
it hit me pretty quickly. I was like, oh, this is actually so. It's Tyler's night. It's Tyler's night. He's headlining. It might be Lou's night in terms of
trying to grab
Main character energy.
main character.
main
yeah.
character energy. It might be
Yeah.
Lou's night tonight. The more we talked about last week, the more I was like, you were that drunk because you're like, I don't remember. We go to a bar after the show
for like a drink or two.
for a couple.
Where was the show? Where were you guys?
Steel Stacks.
Oh, okay. Duh.
Yeah.
Arts Quest.
Steel
You just did
Stacks.
say that.
And then we go to like this Irish pub in Bethlehem. We had Chris Born Losers. Shout out Chris Born Losers Records. He was there. I think we each had 2 Guinnesses, 2 whiskeys, and then we went to Tyler's.
I was firing tequilas, so
Yeah, everybody was pretty hammered.
Yeah, I know,
And then
that's
I wasn't that hammered, but I was like, it was probably 12:30. I was like, I want to get out of here. And I was like, let's go to. We were all talking about going to another bar, and I was like, let's go to New Street.
Well, we
Pub.
went
It's
back
right by my
to
house.
Naomi's, my
Yeah.
girlfriend's. Watched SNL.
We
and
watched
th-
Shane Gillis's SNL.
We watched Shane on
yeah,
SNL, and then kind of fired it up. Like after that.
Oh,
Yeah, we watched the monologue.
Do you remember
you
watching SNL?
Yeah, I remember the model.
When did you go away mentally?
What do you remember?
It started.
When did you leave
It
us?
started. When did I pass on to a better place? Probably like halfway through when me and your boys were like dancing.
So
We were
okay,
getting after it.
okay,
Wait,
then,
also-
then watch the video.
Yeah.
that I said because I want to know if
you
you
don't look
remember
there.
You
this.
want me to watch it right now?
Yeah.
Also, let's also not forget. I think I can say this. I don't think you're going to be bummed out about this. We're waiting. Like, I think who was up? I think you were up. You were on stage, and Lou looks at me. He pulls a little bag out of his pocket. He goes, "This Adderall's like a year and a half old. Do you think it'll still work?" And I was like,
It does.
"Probably."
I promise you that it does.
Immediately.
It was, and it wasn't a fucking.
I saw a change in his face.
Did you?
It absolutely worked.
Oh wow.
Oh Jesus.
Dude, you are.
What is playing? Wait, let me see this thing.
Yeah, dude.
Oh dude. I look possessed.
Yeah.
Like your eyes aren't focused on anything. They're looking at something. They're looking at something, but they're not.
No, the thing that they're looking at is in his imagination. He's singing to a woman.
I'm literally
That
moving
doesn't
my
exist.
head like Stevie Wonder.
Show
Wait,
Grubard.
Show
Yeah, let me
Grubard.
give me your phone.
This
Give me
is
your
this
phone.
is a
Give
this
it.
is a Lou you're quite familiar with, I'm sure.
Oh,
Honestly,
yeah.
Living with him.
The only thing I'm thinking while I'm watching that video is that I am a terrific time.
It was a fun time.
But the more we talked last week about it, I was just like, yeah. And then do you remember? Like I was like, we were at New Street Pub, and you're like, wait, we went to a bar. I'm like, yeah. You and I went to a bar for
different
about an hour.
not knowing an entire different location is wild.
That's how I called it. I called it I got forgot locations drunk. Last night.
Yeah.
That's a terrific.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know.
weren't-
I thought
you
that was
weren't-
gonna be sloppy.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be like.
Let's put it on the page.
Yeah, no, we'll put it on the
Throw it on
Patreon.
the
Yeah,
page.
yeah.
You weren't a bad boy at all. You were a good boy, but you were just
I was feeling it.
you were
You look
feeling
like
yourself.
Keanu Reeves fronting Perfect.
I
You
love
know? Yeah, like you literally. I was like, this is what Keanu Reeves' band is like.
Yeah.
I can just guarantee.
Dog Star?
Yeah,
It's
right?
just nobody
Pete,
matched
you
your
know?
energy.
Yeah, it's fine.
Wait,
I
is
don't care.
Keanu
I
Reeves-
was having a good
Nobody
time.
was there to match.
And
your energy.
as long as it wasn't annoying anybody.
No.
It's annoying when like someone who's really hammered is being upset that no one's matching their energy. But it's like, bro, this is not. Nobody wants your.
Everybody
energy
was
right now.
enough drunk though.
Yeah.
Like
You were one of my favorite Lou drunks because like at the bar that you don't remember, you started tough loving me.
Yeah, I'm
It
sorry.
was incredible.
Did you go
like-
back out after being at the house?
Yeah, no,
I didn't go.
Him and I went to a bar, and we went for like a beer. I think I had a single beer, and him and I are sitting together. Obviously, this is my first night drinking in like 3 months, and he goes, "I'm just worried about you, man. I'm just a little. You worry. Like I'm just a little worried." Now that you're out and about and you're
I love you,
drinking,
dude.
it's just I love you.
But-
and I was like, I really appreciate that. You're the best for saying that. I'm fully coherent right now, and I'm not sure you're with me right now.
it's the balls on somebody being like, "I'm worried about you," while blacked out.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you have no idea how much I appreciate hearing that, and I will like. You said something to me that I have not forgotten.
Oh no.
Where you went, you're my favorite version of yourself right now. And I was like, you know what? I'm my favorite version of myself right now. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
You said that before you were drunk.
Oh, all right. Then
But-
I didn't mean it then.
But so when you were giving me a hard time later in the night, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I appreciate that, but thank you. I feel like I'm okay. But
It's so weird to be the guy to say that and then also be the one who forgot that conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, we all fucking.
Well, we got after it pretty. I think I'm gonna take a little break.
Yeah, it was
I've been
pretty
getting
nuts.
Oh, really?
We got tuned up.
And
I
what
didn't
were
even
we
go crazy
what-
yesterday. What were we drinking?
Yeah.
I was pretty much set with like Yinglings and shit for a while. Did some whiskey, nothing crazy.
Wait, towards like so you had a couple whiskeys and then did a shot.
Got to lose in the afternoon. Had a beer, a Miller Lite or whatever. Then we went down to Joey's. We had I think a High Life there, and then we went to the Goat. I had a Founders. All day IPA.
See, now you're starting to going in dangerous.
This is my favorite kind of. I love. I really do love it. Where you're like, "What'd you drink?" And then someone really be like, "All right, a Yingling." And then about an hour later, I had a Miller High Life with a whiskey, and then
I
maybe
started with back-to-back passion fruit martinis.
Yeah, Lou got shit faced pretty
where?
quick.
You can't have one.
At the goat, like while we were having dinner, and then
I had one, and it was so fucking good because it was a tart cocktail, which I love.
Yeah.
Lou was like, we're like trying to make a show, and it's literally like, oh, we have to be there in 5 minutes, and like a guy we were with had a ticket, so he had to be sat. We're like, we're not gonna fight. I look it up. It's like it's sold out. And it's like, oh, we should get going. Lou's like, I gotta order another. So chugged that last martini. I helped you out a little bit with that, but not much.
I was walking to Helium, and I was like, this was not like I don't feel good, and this is not how I want to start.
that's a sugary drink to start.
It was
Oh yeah, it was pretty.
And then where did you head after the martini? Did you go?
So then we all just did lagers, except Joey and
I
I
was doing vodka sodas. I did.
You were doing vodka sodas.
Sodas all night.
You fucking maniac.
That's my thing now. I'm not.
Oh,
the
yeah,
beer
right.
like makes me.
That's what
tired.
did. That's what happened,
Like,
man.
I drink like 7 beers, and I'm just like, I'm not fun.
Yeah.
No.
You know, you're not gonna get.
Yeah, Joey and I were both like pretty chill. We did shots leaving Helium, and that's when. And then we went to another bar, and that's when I was kind of like, "Oh, I'm feeling it." But Joey seemed like more coherent than he ever has been.
So how did you get? You got
Lou
hungover.
was fucking.
Joey Doc's a professional.
Yeah,
bartender.
exactly.
He's-
And then
I thought you were gonna say he's a professional drunk. I'm like, yeah.
I mean,
also
both of
that.
those
that
are true.
boy,
You
that
know.
boy hammers him down.
So
point is
what
he's a
gave
pro.
you the hangover then? Because
So
you
then-
seem to be pretty good.
all the
So
alcohol.
then, I mean, it was doing whiskey.
Well-
And then, we went to the other bar, had a few more, and then we went, just feeling good. And I wasn't that crazy. And then I went to the end is like lame. We went to Joey's and we're drinking over there.
Part.
Well, then that's when I was we started drinking High Life, and I just can't do High Life. I think that's what's been fucking
High
with me
Life
all
does
day.
fuck.
I
It
can't
kind of
drink-
sucks. I fucking
can't
don't
drink High
like
Life.
High Life.
I can't drink it. I fucking makes me puke.
Yeah.
Like I could drink PBRs forever. I'll do a 30 rack. 5 High Lifes and it's over for me.
Right.
It's
Oh,
like
so you're not
yellow
like
dye.
you're not headache hungover.
No, not at all. I was like, but I'm still like my gut is fucking like
torn
ripping
up.
me apart.
I got my guts torn up last night. Dude.
Yeah.
You-
My guts got ripped.
You had sex with a dragon with a big cock.
Dude.
You got in your guts last night.
Yo, but we had we had maybe
was a
my
great time.
favorite ending of a night, which is you go out, right? You party, you have a good time, and you come back with you and your boys, and you sit and you just talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's every single time I've ever.
We were like getting fired up. We were like,
Oh,
going, like,
yeah.
all right, top 5 favorite comedy albums, go.
Yeah, we were doing
just
that.
like going back and forth and shit. It was nice. I loved it. I
Yeah, it
loved
was a
that
blast.
shit.
It was a blast. Yeah, so then we were. Joey and I were chatting till like 4:30 in the morning. Lou probably went to bed like at
4-ish,
4. Yeah,
somewhere.
exactly.
That's
So
some
it was,
of the hardest times I've ever laughed. Is like in your old house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. That's what it
Coming
felt like.
back from it's 4 a.m. We're all sitting on the couch together,
Yeah.
and then just riffing.
I know. It was like,
About-
why don't we fucking do this? Like, this was the best.
Yeah, it
I
is.
know.
dumb
That's
that
the
it's taken
let's start a
us-
podcast hour.
Yeah, right. Like
yeah.
genuinely, and we were having.
Why
those
don't we do
conversations.
this? Why don't we record this, man?
We were definitely like, we should just start one.
Well,
I think
I
Joey
love-
was like, we should do one seasonally and do like a bummer summer episode and a falls balls
actually a
episode.
very good
actually
idea.
And it was like, yeah, right. And this was a conversation
love
we
it
were
if we
having
did
while you were
4
pouring
podcasts a
shots
year.
of vodka into your vodka soda.
Yeah. I think what happened is I ordered a shot of vodka and then I was like,
That's
this is
not
not the delivery system that
It's
I
not.
want this to
No.
be in.
A shot of vodka
So I
It's
just poured
is
it
a
in my-
gnarly order, dude.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
just poured it into my drink.
Which made total sense.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you don't want a whole new drink.
that-
you just
that
want
does
the
make
shot
sense.
and,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
top it off. It did make sense.
I
It was just funny to see.
You want to be
Joey
heading
and,
to.
Joey and I walked away for like 2 minutes.
Was
to,
this
like,
at Helium?
No, it was at
bar.
like the new
So I
Kavanaugh's
just
or
poured it
whatever.
into my whiskey on the rocks. Just drank
No,
it.
you didn't.
No, God.
Oh Jesus.
Fuck
We
no.
just- yeah.
Oh,
Vodka's
God,
weird.
it's making me
Vodka's
vomit.
not. So I like to drink vodka on the rocks. It's nice, but it's not good. It's nice, but it's not good.
I like the buzz it gives.
I like a vodka
that's what-
buzz.
that's what- because
But
vodka, like-
but think about this. It doesn't make sense. Doing shots of vodka is weird. Drinking
Yeah.
vodka neat, weird. Putting one ice cube in it, you're like, that makes sense.
No, I also
Yeah.
think that's weird.
No, the ice cube. Oh,
So you're not-
definitely
you're not
not.
much-
Drinking
You're
a
not much
vodka
of a guy?
martini, you're just drinking 4 ounces of vodka.
True. Well, for one summer, like, because the vodka, until I've discovered mezcal, the vodka straight is the only thing, and if I stick to it, is the only thing where I wouldn't, because I get massive headache hangovers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so for maybe like a month during like 2 summers ago, I was doing a bunch of ice, a bunch of lemons, vodka. That was my drink. And it made me feel really good, and I never got a hangover. But I was getting fucked up. Like, because you can't keep up with the people. Like, if you're drinking, they're having beers, and you're drinking full vodkas. Yeah. You're like, damn, I've had 3, you've had 6, but I'm like fucking blacked out right now.
My dick is out.
My dick is out,
Penis is out
and there's no way it can get back in. There's no way it goes back in. But until mezcal, I think is the perfect spirit because it tastes good, but you can't drink it fast, and
You're not you feel like a piece of shit if you knock it back. You're not supposed to knock it back.
yeah.
Really?
It says it right on the bottle.
Oh.
Are you supposed to have ice with it? No.
No. You're supposed to drink it neat.
I like it
Sip
neat.
What is it? What's it?
Mezcal? Mezcal?
Smoky tequila.
No, tequila. So
gets
tequila
pissed.
is mezcal.
He always corrects you. No.
It's smoky tequila.
It's agave.
Yeah,
It is
so
agave.
It's agave.
Isn't agave like going away? Like, aren't we running out of agave?
I hope
in the
not.
world.
Well, I think we're not. I think it's
We're growing
really
some on
difficult to
Mars.
make traditional tequila because it takes about 15 years for a blue agave plant to mature to the point where you can use it for tequila.
Big naturals. Big naturals.
to grow those big to get those the milk from those to fucking suck the milk from those
I'm
big
just holding
jugs.
2 together.
Those
I'm like,
big
this is
naturals.
fucking perfect. That would hurt actually. If I know what I know
Tyler
about
titty fucking an agave plant is amazing.
too.
That's the agave way.
But they roast it underground and it's a nice little smoke.
I love
They
the
just yell
smokiness
insults
to
at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay down there, bitch. You can't get up till you're mature.
It's just a comic with an eyebrow piercing underground with the agave heart being like, so this guy's mom died.
Yeah.
Can you believe this F word?
Yo, can I tell you about my weekend with the novel coronavirus?
Yeah.
I think I talked to you guys in the group text about it. I had a
You wiped your ass.
well,
It wiped your ass?
It didn't. 2 days I was a little fucked up,
Back to front.
and back again.
Oh,
same,
man.
same tissue.
Damn.
No, I had a night. I was like meted up pretty heavily, right? And was it Saturday night? Maybe it was Friday night. I had like a nearly psychotic episode.
Whoa.
With like just mental. There was this story about a red lamp that like it makes you question like. Have you ever heard the red lamp story?
No.
It's a long story. Long story short, somebody had a concussion and had like a weird. In their time they were out, they had a weird like dream, and they came to, and it was like an odd experience for them.
No, wait, that's not the way to tell a story.
Then tell it.
Let's tell it real quick.
Tell it real quick.
A guy lives his whole life and he has this weird fixation on this red lamp in his house. And then he starts getting really fixated on it. And then one day he finally touches it and he wakes up and because he like fell on his bike as a kid. So he was out for 10 minutes in real life, but he had a whole life within the moment that he was unconscious.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
a
I
classic
see.
high guy thought.
Got you. Yeah. I
Yeah.
see.
So I have been having these weird thoughts about like time and space,
Sure.
and like reality.
Be careful. You'll turn into Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, that's what got him.
Yeah. Time and space.
thinking about-
Instantly
His
a pedophile.
thoughts were too crazy. He was just like, "Oh my God, what if the color blue I see is different than the color blue you see, and we'll never be able to figure it out because
People are
all
just-
the colors are always different."
Well, what if that was
What
just
if I want to get sucked off so bad I gotta meet a billionaire? He's gotta take me to an island to get me sucked off by a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's turning southern.
well, no.
My name's Stephen Hawking. I like looking up at the great big black universe. I like looking up at all those stars and trying to figure out what's going on up there.
What if we woke up now, right? That's what sent us.
Yeah. Right.
Is that,
The Madeline.
I bet he had that thought all the time. He's like, "What if I woke up and I'm a big dick fucking athlete, big dick football player who doesn't think about Saturn that much?"
So wait, you were thinking about time and space.
and just like all that shit, like being in a simulation, all like shit. Because I was like by myself for 4 or 5 days. When you're like, I'm not used to that.
Sure.
Like no interaction. Like there's times where like you're by yourself, but like when you are alone for 4 straight days and nobody talks to you, other than like
This is my ultimate fan. You're describing
sounds
my
like you
worst-
loved it.
You're describing my
it's
Sounds
not.
like you thought it was
you
the
think
best.
you would, but you wouldn't. Like you wouldn't, because I like being alone too. But then like, and I saw
You start crying.
no.
I'm with you. I don't like being alone for that. Like,
No, I
that
don't-
long.
and, like, I was,
I like being alone for a day, but then I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
spoken to anybody in a while. It feels weird.
And like, I was on like NyQuil, and then like, I think, have you ever like taken a decent amount of NyQuil and like
The night terrors.
you don't fall asleep and then you start getting weird awake?
Yeah.
That was happening.
Like, no. It's when you wake up and you're really scared.
Yeah. And then the funny part is, I watched the movie yesterday, which is basically the Red Lamp story, kind of,
Sorta.
with the Beatles.
Right.
And I'm like, what if?
What if an Indian guy wrote all the Beatles songs?
Yeah.
No, I'm like,
Except
what if
Eleanor Rigby
I'm
couldn't
living
figure it out.
in a weird dream right now? How do I know? You don't know, like, and then I fall asleep with that in my head, and I have this dream, and it's the red lamp dream, and I'm going around just headbutting lamps to see if they're real or not, because I'm like, well, I gotta find out.
Wait, you were legitimately running your head into lamps.
breaking lamps like,
In the
hey,
dream.
In the dream.
Oh,
No, it was,
It's a very
So I was like-
Inception-esque,
yeah.
you're trying to kick
And I was
Find
like,
the top.
yeah.
I was on the verge of tears, man. Like tears, like where I'm like, nothing's real. I'm in a dream right now. I got to get out of this dream. Fucking, I've never like had this like, and then I finally like calmed down, and thank God, because I was probably like 10 minutes away from like becoming a different human being. Because I think that's all it is. When you see a crazy person, they were normal to a point,
Yeah.
and then their brain broke. And I'm like,
So glad I don't have dreams like that.
Well, it's also like the non-dream of it. And then I called Tim, my buddy Tim, and he has these thoughts too, because I thought he would be a good person to talk to.
He's the one that told us about the red lamp.
No, I told her.
Okay.
And he said that, but then his experience made me feel worse. Because he's like, have you ever thought about this? I'm like, dude, I don't need more things like this to think about. I need you just to be like, yeah, man, it's a wild ride, but it'll be okay. He's like, no, wait till you have this thought.
Just
And he's
put it
like,
in your head.
and he's like, have you ever been like in your, like, just think, is there a spot in my house or in my yard that I've never stood in, but maybe if I stand there, I'll like snap out. Like that's the thing that'll trigger me or something. Or he'll be like Paris. How do we know Paris is even there? Or the pyramids? Because the only thing that exists are the things we need to have exist.
Well, what's that? You think of like the cat in the box kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah,
Schrodinger's
That's-
Paris.
Yeah, right.
It's my favorite Kanye West song. Schrodinger's in Paris.
Oh my God.
It's the smartest joke I've ever made in my life.
Yeah, but we have to bleep it.
You have to. Which part? The Paris.
That would be a very
That would be hilarious if we edited it and then we beeped out the Paris part.
Yeah, it was like nearly psychotic break. Like be a different. I think about that all the time. There was a guy in my neighborhood growing up. I knew him. He was like a dad. He's a single dad. No, he was married, but he became a single dad because he caught his wife cheating. Mm-hmm. And I knew him for years and years, and he was just a normal guy. And then he like walked in on his wife, and had like a mental break, and became like a crazy. He would walk. Then you would see him walking around with headphones on, not plugged in the shit, just talking.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, this could happen to you at any time.
yeah.
It's wild.
I had a dream last night that a couple bears got in my house,
Did you?
but they were like little black bears. And they weren't biting me, but I was still very cautious with them. I'm like, get out of the damn house. Get out of the house. And Sherry's just like, get these bears out of the house. I'm like, get Get out of my house.
Yeah.
Get out. I get these bears out of the house. They're in my front yard. They don't want to leave. They're trying to get back in.
Yeah.
And it's dream logic. I look at my phone. It scans the bear somehow, and it says that there's a warrant out for this bear. This bear ate a 9-year-old girl in the woods, and that I could get a $36,000 reward if I call the police and get this bear taken care of. But I was like, I don't want.
You don't want to profile the bear.
But I
bad
felt
for the
bad,
bear.
and I told Sherry, I'm like, I don't want to get
she's like,
this
I don't
bear
want-
in trouble. And she was just like, no, that's the right thing to do. And then later on in the dream, I'm like, wait, that bear ate a little girl.
Yeah, but
I should get that money. And then I woke up.
she was probably poking.
I'm not having the same kind of dreams as you.
I mean, I don't want to tell you what your dream means.
See, that's the thing. Whenever someone's just like, do you want to know what your dream means? I'm like, no. Why would I ever want to know what that means?
So you don't know.
It's
You
obvious.
don't know.
It's
Nobody
an
knows.
obvious dream.
But it's
What is
also
it? What's
like-
wait, what?
Black bears in your house, reward, money.
Yeah,
Feeling guilty?
I'm really not racist. That's how not racist I am.
Well,
when
let
a
me
black
guess.
bear breaks into my house in my dream, I
Let me
say,
guess, in
we're
your
not
dream-
calling the cops, honey.
Was it a little white girl that got eaten by
It
the
was a
bear?
little white girl. It was a little white
There you
girl.
go. It's like Boo Radley.
I also have dreams all the time that there's a secret room in my house, and I find it,
Oh shit!
and I explore it, and then that's the dream. And I've had people be like, you should look up what that dream means. I'm like, no, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
It wasn't a bad dream. I don't need to look it up. I don't need to Google every interaction I ever have in my life.
Yeah, first of all,
Tyler, I feel like your dream is harder to interpret.
yeah. I mean, my dream is probably it's. I do a lot of dreaming where
trying to
the
wake
thing I'm
up.
thinking about is the thing I'll dream. Like it'll just
You're tired of being
Was
in
it
your own
lucid?
head.
Were you like having a lucid dream?
lucid enough. Yeah, yeah.
A lucid dream.
Do you have lucid dreams?
Not regularly.
Not as much,
Sometimes.
yeah.
You know what I do? I do that thing where like I'm dreaming and like I walk somewhere and I like actually take a step
Okay.
in bed and I just like wake myself up.
Yeah.
Just kind of trying to physically move. That's like the closest I get to lucid dream, and that happens pretty frequently.
Yeah, I had a girlfriend who fucked my best friend in her dream that way.
Oh no.
And she was like, yeah, I was just having this weird dream and I ended up fucking your best friend. And we, you know,
Did that really happen?
no, she fucked my best friend, but
Oh, she did.
she was aware. And, yeah, so
She wasn't dreaming.
I wasn't dreaming.
I see.
Yeah, but she blamed it on the dream.
Oh.
That'd be a good way to get away with murder. Like,
I feel like
I'm dreaming.
It's a dream.
Just out there dreaming. Sorry. Sorry. What? I didn't know I fucking.
Well,
you
what-
shouldn't have left the keys.
I
in
want to follow my dreams, so I murdered that guy.
Yeah. Well, you want to call it vehicular manslaughter? I'll call it having a lucid dream.
I remember the first time a girl cheated on me. She told I found out, and we were just like sitting together in her dining room hashing it out. It was so painful. We were both
hashing it out.
We were hashing it out. We were so young, and we were like, just you barely know yourself at that point. I'm like, dude, what a fucking Sagittarius thing of you to do. Cheat on me.
I know. You got to
Cheat
blame
on
the.
me.
You got to blame the stars, man.
Yeah, right.
I can't believe you did that.
What sign are
But
you?
I can believe you did that.
Leo? Does that work for you?
Yeah,
You're a
yeah.
lion.
I
Is that
don't.
good?
You're
Leo the
Jewish.
lion.
You're Jewish.
Is that a thing? Leo the lion and
You're
then
Jewish.
Also true, Sean. Yeah.
Interesting.
Isn't that a thing? Like the lion. I see all the Israel stuff now. It's like a.
Oh, I
Star of David
kind of
somehow
know,
with
but
the
I don't
lion.
know what you're talking about. I don't know the shit.
You're not. Are you a practicing Jewish?
Not even
person?
a practicing lion.
a lionist.
Yeah, right. No, I'm not at all.
Sound like you're a lion to me.
Yeah.
Nope. Never in your life.
I mean, sorta. Like we didn't do much of anything like cultural stuff, you know, like celebrate holidays, give gifts, those kinds of things. And then, like at some point, my mom was like, "Oh, you should go to Hebrew school," and I was like, "Why?" I'm like in 3rd grade.
I don't want to go to regular school.
Yeah, I've already we haven't been doing this.
Yeah, they
Like,
got to
why are
really
we doing
change the
this?
name of
Why
that
don't you
school.
take me to Hebrew school? I'm
Yeah,
trying to
like
meet some
it
girls.
does. It's not invite. Not that nothing
Go to
against.
brew school, dude. I'm trying to get fucked up.
What is it? What
Hebrew
is this where you
sounds
learn?
nice.
Yeah, it's like
It's like
Catholic
CCD.
school, yeah.
It's like CCD. It's not even
Fucking
like Catholic school.
Sunday
It's like
school.
CCD.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
or whatever. Sunday school. Yeah. And then I asked her later, and she was like, I got in my head that I thought I was maybe depriving you of religion, and it's like, why would I give a shit? My parents aren't religious. Like, I'm not. I'm not like sitting here like, man, why don't we fucking believe in God a lot and talk about it and go to temple on Sundays? It's like, you know, I'm fine chilling.
You were the only one
then I
hanging
did
out
it.
mezuzah in your entire house.
Yeah, I mean, I have friends that I also was like, they're not religious at all, and they do some of that stuff.
Yeah.
I could care less about hanging a mezuzah in the
Do you
house
guys ever get like?
in the doorway, not in
you-
the house.
Do you ever get like little
I know a
panic,
little bit.
little like panic attacks about like what happens after you die?
No.
That's not, I can't think about it. I don't,
You never like it never-
Panic attacks about it?
just like little mini like what the fuck?
I don't.
I've been
know how
having
I'm
them
gonna
since I've
pay
been,
most
like,
of my
5.
bills, dude. I can't think about what happens after.
Yeah.
I die.
I know, but
like, you know.
certainly death and mortality is more.
Am I gonna accrue more debt after I die?
Anytime
Probably
I think
not.
about it,
I
I
find
never.
it calming,
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
true?
like a warm blanket.
I'm being serious. Is that true?
That's right.
Do you not fear it?
No.
It's not that I don't fear death. It's just like I don't want to die, but what happens afterwards, I don't.
Yeah, like hell or something? Is that what you're
I've thought
fearing?
about it.
I'd
enough
rather
that I
there be.
don't-
I'd rather go to hell than be have nothing.
I don't think.
Well,
you
I
do
hate to
that.
break it to you, buddy. It's nothing.
Yeah.
Oh.
there ain't nothing there.
You don't think there's anything after you die?
Definitely not.
Then why are we even
the
here?
idea of hell?
Because life is a thing,
But
you know,
you
that's
know?
a different. That's completely different.
There
The
must
idea-
be
the-
some reason for
the
this
idea
bullshit.
of hell just doesn't make
Well-
any sense.
Yeah, I don't know. These are the questions that I was asking myself the other day when I'm having a meltdown.
I mean, the answer is that there is something after life, and it's just not yours. It's other people's
Right.
lives. Time and space does go on.
Yeah.
So there will be things that happen after you die. You just won't be
That's
around for it.
Yeah, that's
Wait, so you're
hard.
telling me that I won't be embraced by my Lord and Savior in the kingdom of heaven after I die?
No, you'll probably be cremated. You know,
Into cream.
I feel so.
What if I thought that's like? I thought my nana was getting cremated.
yeah.
This is dry.
I brought some coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, we.
Yeah,
gonna
I'd like
drink it
some
down.
cream, right?
Cremated.
You just spread your grandma on a bagel.
Yeah, we were trying to make a cake out of her. So
I feel so bad. Do you know how bad you'd feel for God if you got up there and you saw that like he literally does that for every single person that dies? So it's like you get to the kingdom, you get to the gates, and he's like, "What's up, man? I'm God. Nice to meet you. I'll see you later." And then he has to run to like the next guy and be like, "Hi, I'm God. Welcome to the afterlife. See you later." And you realize like he's created this just like unsustainable afterlife.
that's what he made hell.
That's great for us, but bad for him.
Yeah, he's probably fucking. He's probably
He's
like,
like,
I
I
hope
gotta
they
keep all these fucking people happy. It's like, dude, you ever have a service dream where you wake up and like you're in the middle of you're just like getting your dick sucked, and then all of a sudden your boss comes into your room and she's like, "Hey, have you talked to tables 11, 17, 64, 98, and 11?" And you're like, you just got 20 sat.
Dude, that's why little kids get cancer, just because God is weeded.
Yeah.
God's weeded. He's got a lot to do.
God is goated. He's the goat, dude.
That's what
God
Who
of
is
all
greater?
time.
He is the greatest
He's
of all
the
time.
greatest.
Show me who's greater than God.
No one, dude.
Daddy, why would God do this to me? Why, I'm just 8. I go to church every Sunday. I praise His name, and I do everything because He sacrificed His only Son for me. Why would He do this to me? Well, heaven's a little understaffed right now.
Nobody wants to work. Okay,
Nobody wants to work these days.
We need
These
kids to build clothes.
yeah, we got to get him to work.
ever since Joe Biden entered office, he's all the angels are.
Oh, dude, that's a funny bit. Blaming being dead and blaming heaven being not that good on Biden.
Yeah, it's just
fucking
a
Sleepy
Robinette
Joe.
Biden. I like the Robinette more than the Hussein. People like Barack Hussein Obama, which is like, yes, his middle name's Hussein. We can all acknowledge that's crazy.
That is.
Yeah.
But when people go
One
to
of the
Joseph
That is honestly
Robinette,
wild.
It is a little bit on the nose.
Joseph Robinette Biden, they're like,
Wait, his
yeah,
middle
he has a
name's-
girl's middle name.
Robinette.
Robinette.
Robinette's not even a
Robinette.
girl's name. It's not a name.
It's not a real name.
It's nothing.
Joseph Robinette.
I do.
That's his literal middle name.
I do fucking this is kind of on topic, but like when people say like with death, they're like everything happens for a reason. I fucking hate those people.
Yeah, I guess do they say that about death?
Or like, yeah,
They say that about stuff.
About they say it a lot at funerals, or like
yeah.
to comfort people. So you just gotta believe everything happens for a reason. It's like,
Well, that's you just have
off
to.
like 3 times in a day. I'm like, everything happens for a reason.
well, it's like, yeah, we also made up reasons. Like God didn't.
We also made up everything.
Yeah, we just made all this shit up.
Everything happens for a reason. It's just a nice way of saying who cares.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, I think people do
you gonna
believe in
do?
it, though. People do believe that. It's like there must be a reason. It's like the reason is because they died. The reason they died of cancer is because their cells are fucked up. That's the reason. And the reason we can't cure it is because somebody knows the cure, but it makes too much money to actually cure it. So that's the reason.
Everything
Is that-
happens for a reason. Like God made your son die of a fentanyl overdose the first time he ever tried a single drug, just to make you annoying for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we need another fundraiser to go to.
Yes. Facebook needs another
Yeah. Need a-
fundraiser.
not in my son Bobby's name. Please stop doing fentanyl.
That really does suck if you try drugs for the first time and you die.
Yeah.
Suck for you, yeah.
If there is
It
an
would suck
afterlife,
for you,
it's got to feel
right?
wild.
And that's what happens after you die. Your parents start a fundraiser, you know? That's the afterlife.
Well, if you die young enough, they do. But there's an age cutoff.
There is an age cutoff.
Nobody fucking cares anymore.
It is.
And we're
actually-
there.
yeah.
We're there. Like,
Is that a thing where it's just like if your kid dies young, it's like, is there a social pressure to like? I guess we got to start a fucking.
yeah, I think so.
I think everybody,
that's-
just like Tyler with his dreams, people are looking for meaning.
Yeah, they're looking
in
for meaning.
everything.
There's multiple
So
kids that
how
died
do
in
you
our
take
high
that
school
energy?
where they were like, well, we started a scholarship fund. It's like no one knows who this fucking kid was.
Yeah,
So that's
scholarship for what?
20 kids.
Yeah, dude,
You probably wouldn't even be friends with them into adulthood.
what's their scholarship going to be? They get like a free pack of cigarettes every week. Like they're not like that's fine. There's been kids that like, they'll be like there's like the dive bar. Somebody will die at the dive bar, and people are like, we gotta have a night for him. It's like
Right.
no,
that makes more sense than anything.
no.
One night is crazy. The thing that I think is crazy is when you get like invited to the 10th annual night out for Bobby at the dive bar.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago.
Well,
we
that's the
killed
thing,
This
like-
guy with booze, and now we're
because my dad died, and he was like a basketball coach, so they did like a thing, like they did like a scholarship for him, but then.
Your
it's-
dad was an accomplished man.
But the thing now, like we stopped it because like it ends up like long term kind of hurting the family's feelings.
Yes.
Because like now you're like these kids are like holding up a plaque.
like who the fuck
And
is this
I'm
guy?
shaking their hand. They're like, I don't give a shit about any of this stuff.
yeah.
They don't care. They got $2,500. They're probably gonna. What are they gonna spend it on? Like, fucking probably
DoorDash and shit.
DoorDash and shit
Right,
like that.
yeah.
So my dad's legacy is like some dude eating like DoorDash high at Kutztown,
Yeah.
It's not a bad legacy.
No, it's actually
not bad.
as I was saying, and I was like,
kinda
dude,
ripped.
Dad, you're being upheld down here.
Yeah.
We got your back, bro.
That's so sick.
But even kids, like when they die, it's like if you lose your kid, that's gotta suck. And then like 15 years later,
I bet. You think?
It-
Do you
I
think?
bet
it must
sucks.
suck.
You think?
It sucks.
I bet
I'm sure it
stinks,
sucks,
dude.
But
It's
then
probably not a good time.
15
No,
years
probably
later,
gross.
you got to open the wound because nobody gives a shit about their
Here's the
5K.
thing. When you're alive, you'll go several years where you can have a birthday party every year. Some years, you're going to be on a downturn. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are not coming to your birthday party. And then there's some years when you get a lot more people coming to your birthday party, okay? Maybe some more people are making Instagram posts about you on your birthday. Hey, I love this motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. It's already hard enough to feel seen alive.
Yeah.
And then to die, to have a party for this dead person every year, and to expect it to keep going.
Yeah.
Finally, that flame is not that extinguished wick is not even going to be smoking anymore. And
Yeah.
you throw it in the back of the closet.
Would you guys rather be aware of your mortality or unaware?
I'm aware of it every single.
what do you
I'm
mean?
asking if if there was an option to not know that eventually you die.
That people die?
Good question.
Yeah.
Huh, that is tough. Yeah, I don't know. It would be sweet to just think you're immortal. That would be cool.
Well, there are, like they say, dogs are the only other animal that is aware.
See, I
Really?
heard somebody say this. I forget, it was on a podcast or something. Like, and like human beings are the only animals that are or mammals that are aware of like what's going on in their own body. Absolutely not true.
No, that's not true.
Because like, do you think like when a gazelle walks past a gazelle getting eaten by a lion, they're like, "That's a weird looking gazelle." It's like, yeah, of course.
Well,
we
dude, a dog licks its asshole. Do you think it wants to? No, there's a reason. It's like trying to.
it's
like-
itching.
It's the only way it can come.
Yeah, trying to bust. No, I don't think I would want to be aware of my mortality. I think I would want to just. And I think
It's a survival. Your survival instinct is like inherently like what, like you're always tied to your own mortality. You wake up like that duality is always there. Like no matter what you are, that's the only thing that keeps every single.
well,
living
animals aren't.
organism
Not every animal is.
that has to be true, because
They all are aware?
No, if there wasn't an animal that was aware that it was alive and it needed to stay alive, it wouldn't do anything to keep itself
No,
alive.
but it
wouldn't
might
eat,
not
it
be
wouldn't do
aware
anything.
that it will die, and it'll be
yeah.
there's nothing after it.
Maybe
You
the
could have
consequences of dying, that's true, but like to stay, but that is the same thing as to stay alive, is to what it like, you have to stay alive because what else is there afterwards? So that in some way is,
I mean,
acknowledging your own mortality.
I just read a thing where dogs are the only other animal that is actively aware of its mortality, that it will one day die.
I don't believe that.
I can't believe a dog knows.
That's too sad.
I can't believe a dog is sitting there like, one day I'm getting hit by a bus.
I can't
or
believe I
whatever.
only live like 9,
Man.
10 years.
Yeah.
How many years? Their years or my years? That's sad. I don't know. That's what I read. That's what I was
Why
told.
would dogs be the only?
Yeah,
I know- I'm not asking you. I know you didn't-
Okay, the truth is, here's the truth. Somebody told that to me.
Oh, you
Okay, and
read it
where do you think? I'm going to give you 3 options where this was.
Was it
said
somebody
to
who
me.
fosters dogs?
No, I'm going to give you the 3. You guess where I heard this.
Facebook.
In-
multiple choice?
I didn't overhear it. Somebody said it to me in conversation. Okay.
Okay.
Animal hospital, church, or Lowe's.
Obviously, Lowe's.
It's got to be Liz.
Lowe's.
Oh, sure. Church was the way you said church. You were like church.
Yeah,
And it was like,
I can't
you've
get it
never
out
been.
if I try.
You've never been to church. Talking about
I've
dogs.
been to church. Dude, that was where, speaking of like the death fear,
Yeah.
when I was younger, my mom still goes to church. That's where I would have the panic attacks in church.
Well, yeah.
So I'd be like, fuck, they're talking a lot about this thing.
What were you, Catholic?
No, Christian. Like United. No, really.
No?
It's just Christian. Like I'm
Just Christian?
UCC. It's like
Just uncut. Christian.
non-denominational. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Non-denominational. I got you.
They're all a bunch of different types in there. Protestants, Lutherans.
We call that like
Universalist.
Unitarian.
I thought it was
Unitarian. It's
universalist.
UCC. Unitarian Church of Christ.
Universalism, yeah.
Unitarian.
Unitarian.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you grew up Unitarian.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And you were still having panic attacks? I thought they kept things pretty chill.
Yeah, they're trying to make sure you don't have
They're pretty chill, but like,
things are fine over there.
but there's still like the.
It's like when you have your first profound like ontological like questions in your head, and you're like, well, if I die and I go to heaven because I believe in Jesus Christ, does that mean somebody who believes in Mohammed is going to die and go to hell?
well,
And
that's kind of the
Unitarian church is just like, no,
yeah, right.
and that's it. That's it. They're like, who cares?
Yeah.
He'll be fine. He's going to heaven too.
The chillness and like I don't know. That's that's what made me panic. Because like at least with like other religions, there's like, no, this is what happens. It's all going to be okay. But there's this air of like, we don't actually really know.
Probably.
Yeah. So you're like, fuck.
It's not good when you're pastor.
So you're telling me you're basically telling me what to be scared of.
It's not
but
good when
there's
your
no
pastor
answer,
has to like go up an octave whenever you ask him a question.
Yeah.
It's like, my mom wasn't baptized. Is she going to heaven? Yeah. Yeah, of course she is. 100%.
He does this song.
She was hot. You got a hot mom.
Yes, she will. No.
Who's your mom again? The one with the big redhead, big titties? Yeah, she's going to heaven. All right.
I'll tell you where she's going sooner than that. She's coming old. I like a reverend that can fuck. is allowed to fuck.
Oh yeah, thank God for
Reverends can fuck. Pastors.
Pastors can
some,
too, I think.
Some pastors can.
Priests cannot.
Priests
One of my
cannot.
best friends growing up, his dad was a pastor, and he was adopted, but he had 2 sisters that were born of the pastor and his wife. And then when he turned 13, the pastor, his dad was just like, I'm really gay. I'm very gay. I'm actually out of here, bitch. He quit being a pastor. I think he moved up here and just started being gay full time.
Yeah.
And then my buddy hasn't really talked to his dad.
Imagine him getting to hell.
Which is also good. That was one of the first times I've ever heard of yo, your dad's gay. That's awesome. But then growing up, I'm like, your dad maybe
A shitty guy.
also you can be gay, but I think he did it wrong. I feel like he did. I feel like if he was with a group of men, and he was just like, yeah, he told his coming out story. He's like, yeah, I was a pastor. They're like, oh, hell yes, bitch. And he's like, yeah, and I had a family, and I abandoned them to live here, and I don't talk to them anymore, so I can just pursue being gay. They'd be like, well,
Did I ever?
Sure.
Yeah, right. Do not defend.
okay.
Yeah, you're going to heaven.
Did I ever? Did I ever talk? We got a way to go.
No.
We're there. Oh, okay.
Got a way to go.
I don't know. Maybe I should hang on to this one.
No, wait, throw it out.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, did I ever mention how? I'm not saying I was homophobic when I was younger, but
But,
sure you were.
but you're clearly admitting
I bet you
Most
I guess
people
I
our
was.
generation did not understand.
Did we talk about
you
this
being
ever?
gay.
Did I
You
talk
just
about my,
got-
A little bit.
friend's dad? There was,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
all right.
talked
I
about
thought
it.
so. Yeah, I'm not, so I'd never met a gay guy until my friend's dad, who was married. He's my friend's dad.
Yeah.
And then he became, I guess he didn't become gay. He's the entire time it was just a little, trick he played on the neighbor. No. And then they wouldn't tell, because I would always make jokes.
Oh,
Yeah. And so him, my best friend, and my parents, and him and his ex-wife, they were like, we can't tell Tyler about what's going on because he's gonna make jokes at me.
Should we call me
How
gay?
old are you?
22.
No, I was a senior in high school. I was, but
Still pretty old.
it's old. It's old.
Still pretty old.
Wait.
But I wasn't
haha, you're gay, dude.
No, it wasn't. That's a.
I believe that you weren't about to do that to them.
No,
but they
I
believed
was
that
a
you were.
shitty.
I don't think it matters. Even regardless, it's the fact. That's good. That's what we want. It's if you know somebody who is homophobic in a way where they're just they're not comfortable with it, they're weird, and then they grow up and then they're fine with it. Good, as long as they didn't kill a gay kid they went to high school with.
No, that's what it was. I was it was more ignorant. You never and where we grew up. I think I grew up in a small town.
Yeah, right.
Grew up in Nazareth.
Yeah,
right.
it's
Nazareth in the Middle East, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
You've heard of Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
our Lord. It's, no, but so but then when I met, then he came out and I'm like, I love this guy. He's gay. Oh, and I was instantly.
And I think so many people have that exact story of oh, it's not a person that I don't even understand where they come from, whatever they're envisioning.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I know this dude. They're great. I've already
great.
decided
Okay,
they're great.
cool. So
whatever.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
And I think a lot of people turn that way because it is tough to when you've never met somebody of a
and all you know is what you know from the news.
yeah.
I'm just at home. My parents watching anti-gay news. Look at them. No. Well, the '90s, gay. That was
It
was
is
easy to be
so
like,
crazy
that's
the
gay.
way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was you and I, we're the same age. We went to the
you
same
guys are
school district.
struggling. What if I put my penis in your mouth? I almost
wouldn't have to open it that big.
I almost put the mic in. You're like,
have to yawn like
no,
this.
I know. Yeah, you can just whistle.
No, but do you remember when we were kids and they were when we were old enough to talk about AIDS, that they were anybody can get AIDS, anybody, not just gay dudes. Everybody can get AIDS.
Well, yeah, they have
And
the
it's
presidential
wrong.
AIDS.
No, come on, come on. Come on.
Fine.
Come on.
Find me in hell. Find me in hell.
Tyler,
but
I'm there right
I
now.
went my whole life just being like, anybody can get AIDS, and it made me so scared of getting AIDS.
Oh, yeah.
Having unprotected sex in my late teens, early 20s. And then it wasn't until like our mid 20s that they were like,
It's hard to get AIDS.
yeah, it's actually real. Like, dude, if you're doing
have
what
to be-
you say
you have
you're
to-
doing, it's very difficult.
You got to be regularly
You
up
gotta
to
get
no good.
Super,
Yeah.
You have to be super lucky. To
regularly gay or up to no good.
yeah.
Yeah.
You need to be popping open buttholes
But anyway, the moral of the story is
or doing heroin.
we're pro everything here except bad shit.
Yeah, makes sense.
We're pro all of them except the terrorism and the hateful. We don't like that
The
stuff.
hate
the hateful
stuff. Hate stuff. Hate's bad.
We're against it, Alex.
Oh, that's good.
God.
I'm against it.
Groobs, you got plugs?
Yeah, I got some plugs. I mean, you can follow me at Alex Grubard, Grubard on everything. I got a show at White Eagle Hall in Jersey City coming up Saturday, March 16th. Tickets are just $15 right now.
Oh,
We got
damn.
Dan St. Germain, Liz Mealy, and Mike Drucker headlining.
We
Bunch
worked with
of
Dan St. Germain.
Jersey
We
comics.
did. Dan St. Germain.
He's great.
Great dude.
Drucker.
Love that guy. Mike
Remember that
Drucker.
guy? I remember that guy's name.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like a
the
video
best.
game guy, wasn't he?
Video game guy, and he was head writer of Full Frontal with Samantha Bee.
Yeah.
He's on, and also one of the late nights.
Used to write, well, not head writer, but he wrote for The Tonight Show,
Tonight
and
Show,
Late
yeah.
Night, and
Yeah.
Adam Ruins Everything, and tons of stuff.
Yep.
President Show. He was head writer of Bill Nye Saves the World, that Netflix show. Yeah, he's got a great career.
Yeah.
And he's hilarious. So that's going to be great. And then I got a Weeding Out the Stoned on 420, Saturday, April 20th at 4:20 p.m.
Oh my
at Helium
God!
Comedy
You
Club
gotta be careful.
in Philadelphia. But be careful. With what?
Getting too high.
Oh, yeah. That's my issue. It's, no.
You better not let the people get too high.
No, they're going to get high. It'll be pretty high.
One person won't be though.
One won't. So, yeah, there are 8 comics. They're all high, but one. Weeding Out the Stone,
we
the
could
game
go a
show
little
sobriety
long.
test.
Did we talk? Had Paul Spratt gotten his DUI?
Oh, did we ever talk about that on this?
I don't think we ever did. And I think it's
that-
worth
I know,
going,
I know.
I think it's worth going a little bit late if
I
we're not
do-
going to record a
At
second
the very
episode.
Yeah,
least,
okay.
if we did talk about it, I saw Paul I didn't see Paul for like 2 or 3 years.
Here's
and then
the
I
thing.
saw
Talk
him
about it
and was like, "I am so sorry that happened to you, man."
Okay,
And he was like, "Dude, whatever." Like he was like, "It's not your fault." It was like,
Well-
"I felt terrible for years."
Fuck it, dude. He was
that this
boozing
happened
too.
to
He
you.
was
Wait a minute,
boozing.
wait a
I know.
But
You
okay,
guys
real
need to
quick,
tell
the
the story
Paul, the
real
Paul. Let me just preface that by saying, Paul, we go on the road a bunch together.
Yeah.
And we'll do like podcasts together sometimes, but we go on the road a lot and we'll meet other comics. We'll meet people out after shows. There are 3 stories I make Paul tell. He hates it because like I make him tell the story that he got DUI, we got this done. And also the time he found a dead guy, which is like clearly a traumatic experience for
Yeah,
Paul.
for
But I'm
sure.
such a shitty friend that I make him relive it 6 to 8 times a year.
Wow.
Or not a year, like a month.
Wow.
But anyway, so Alex has Weeding Out the Stone, where basically
Let's just describe. Have Alex
describe
describe
the
what
show.
Weeding Out the Stone is.
So it's a game show of sobriety tests. So I have 8 comics. They're all high except for one. And then we play games, and the audience will eliminate people they think are high to try and leave the sober person left
Right.
alone on stage at the end. And Paul was the sober guy. He did not smoke weed.
no,
right?
no,
Oh,
this
it was
is true.
Andy.
He was no. So there are multiple outcomes of this game. The crowd could be correct,
Right. They could win or, they could lose.
they could pick the wrong person at the end,
Right.
that they think is sober, but they were actually
oh,
fucked
and
up.
that's what happened. They thought Paul was it.
They thought
and
Paul
it was
was
Andy.
So Paul basically, to the crowd's judgment, was the sober person, passed all the sobriety tests, but then merely hours later, when it counted,
yeah.
he could not convince the cop.
They counted. Yeah.
So
It's fucking crazy.
it's so fun.
It's so crazy.
It's the most Paul Spratt thing
Yeah.
out there.
Right.
If you know Paul, if whatever the worst outcome could be, it will find him.
You
Yeah.
should have if that happened next time somebody I guess wins or loses, just have record the crowd being like, he's good, so they can show that to the police officer. Imagine if Paul Spratt just had, he's like, officer, let me just show you this real quick. And it's a crowd of people being like, hello, it is March 2nd, 2024.
He nailed it.
11:30 p.m. and he is definitely sober.
Yeah.
Like that would hold up a little bit in court, I feel like.
I don't know.
Court is just a fickle beast, though.
It is.
I'd
So,
be more.
If there's ever been a
suspicious.
fickle beast, it is fucking
It's the
court.
justice system. More like lack of justice system.
What's the third story?
Well, I mean, they just
The third Paul thing.
he told on the pod when he was in high school. I hate fucking ragging on it. I love you, Paul, but
Right, Paul's the
he's a
best.
big baseball fan, and like the biggest baseball fan, and but he wasn't any good, and for his birthday, his mom took him to an open Phillies tryout.
How old was he?
18.
That's pretty great.
And
What a wonderful mom.
He earnestly went. And he was like, and to this day, he's like, I was fielding good. He's like, but I didn't hit. So I guess he didn't.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
But he like went, you
so
know?
funny to think he's like trying out with Shane Victorino.
Right. Yeah. Like these are all Division I prospects. He wasn't even on his high school baseball team. Like, it's just,
I love that. It's kind of the coolest thing you can
Yeah.
do.
Rudy his way onto
he's
the
gonna
fucking.
Rudy. Well, dude, it was like
Wait, no,
right-
what was the Mark Wahlberg movie about? that?
Invincible.
Yeah, that's
Invincible.
right, that's
Jason Kelsey, good. What a career you had. Love you. You're never going to see this, but man, it made me cry a little bit today seeing you retire. But yeah, and then the other one was like when he was in Virginia and he found the headliner dead in the condo.
Headliner.
The headliner was dead.
Who was it?
Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
This guy Spanky, bigger black gentleman.
Spank?
God.
no,
Spanky.
that's Spank Horton. No,
Oh,
Spanky.
okay. I was like, Spank?
Spank
dead?
Horton?
Bro,
What I would do to go back in time, my mother's about to name me. I poke her on the shoulder. Hi, I'm your son one day. Name me Spank Horton. Name me Spank Horton right now. Are you fucking kidding my ass? Do not name me Sean. Change my last name. Spank Horton.
Yeah, no. I mean, the story goes, he was Newport News, Virginia, and he was the feature. He got there. It was a Thursday.
Seems like Newport bad news.
And it was like a Thursday to Sunday show, or whatever. No, Friday, Saturday, but Thursday was an open mic that Spank hosted, and
If your name's Spank, you're not allowed to die.
Spanky,
not Spank.
Spank, you're not allowed to die.
Yeah, so he gets to there's a comedy condo where they would stay,
Right.
which is basically like it would be like here. There's 2 bedrooms.
Sure.
You get one. It's in somebody's house.
Got you.
So Paul gets there Thursday or whatever, early Friday, takes a nap, goes over to the club, and they're like, "Yo, Spanky's not here yet. Can you go wake him up, get him over here?" He's like, oh, "Okay." And he had never met him, and so he's looking around. He like goes into Spanky's room and he can't open the bathroom door, and he like gets it open like a little bit, and he sees like a big black man laying on the ground. He's like, "This dude's super not coming to the show anytime soon." He doesn't know. He doesn't know what's happening. So
coming.
they're like, the show started. So they're like, "Come back over. We'll figure it out." And so he's like, in his head, like, what the fuck? You know, like I'm the last. Like, am I in trouble? Like,
So, like, you might have murdered
well, like
him?
you know, you're the
I
last
guess
person.
So. I guess so.
Like, so
Man, Paul really wants a headline.
yeah, dude. So this is my favorite part of the story. The manager comes over. The host has been up for like 10 minutes. Paul's about to go up, and this manager comes over. He goes, "Hey, you got a headline. Spanky's dead. He's been dead." So he needed him to know that like the whole time he was there, he was dead. So he's like,
So you know.
so you're gonna do 50 minutes,
But you get the bigger room today.
yeah, but he's like, no,
You get the bigger
Still
bedroom.
paying you like a feature.
they pay
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
feature.
Did they really?
No, I think they
No,
gave him
okay.
a month. No, it gets way better.
Oh god.
So they're like,
Turns out Spank's been dead for 30 years.
they're like,
You're Spank now.
they're like,
Who's Spank? You're headlining.
yeah. So, but this guy in the South, he was like kind of a well-known person. So he has fans,
Sure.
and they're like, but you can't talk about it. So you got to do his time. They're gonna wonder where he is.
I get onto the stage. There's this red lamp that I can't stop looking at.
And so he does his time. He eats shit because he's like upset.
Yeah.
You know,
Imagine
sure.
eating shit before the audience even knows. Like, we want Spank. You're like, you wait. Just
immediately
you
start
wait.
crying.
yeah.
You have that in your back pocket.
Buy a newspaper tomorrow.
Oh, the guy you're waiting for? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they go. So after the show, they're like, they give him a beer. They're like, just chill, because they're removing and
Right.
it's like a crime. You got to investigate the scene of a dead body.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 or 3 a.m. and Paul's still there at the bar, and they're like, hey, yeah, you're good to go back. He's out. He's like, no, I have to go back there.
Yeah.
Where the dead guy was. They're like, yeah. So all that said, the next day he has to do Saturday now. They bring in another headliner.
Yeah, I bet.
They didn't even let him do the weekend.
That's funny. Well,
Yeah,
you know, I see what you mean.
Ain't that show business?
I
baby.
figured that was gonna happen.
What?
Yeah.
How did he die?
Just like
Being big.
Fat.
being big and fat.
How'd the other headliner do? I'm just
I mean, it probably was funny.
yeah.
By comparison.
yeah, he killed.
Yeah, he
Spanky.
killed. Oh, yeah. So that's like the
Amazing.
worst
I
comedy
gotta look
story.
this up.
Yeah.
Oh, that is amazing. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, of course, brother.
Alex, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sleep
rock
for
and
the
roll.
rest of my life.
Hell yeah.
Night moves.
Night moves.
Night moves, night moves.